Oh, shit. What up? What up? Fucking Marshawn back tonight. Of course. Of course. Leads Florida in goals and assists and points. Coming back to the Boston TD Garden tonight.
The chances 16 years later, after a storied run here in Boston, Marchand would return. Now, nothing is the same for him, however many times he's been in this building. He's going to come out of that door. He's going to sit on that bench. The rink's going to look completely different from his viewpoint. And while the fans are all the same, it's going to be a different night for him.
He told us yesterday it would hit him when he's on the ice. He said he knows he'll be emotional. He's that when we come back. Panthers and Bruins in Boston next.
That's Wayne Gretzky. Who's Wayne Gretzky? He was accepted into the Hall of Fame.
That's nice. But with Discover, I get accepted basically anywhere. Oh, I got it, Dwayne Jetski.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places nationwide.
Liberty Mutual customizes.
Wait, am I in one of those Liberty Mutual commercials where they stand in front of the Statue of Liberty and talk about...
Like, share, subscribe. Excuse me. A piece of food or something stuck in my throat. So, Panthers in Boston tonight. Marchand's first game back at the Garden. As a opponent of the Bruins. I don't have a clue who's starting for this game yet. There are some injuries. Kulikov and Kachuk and Nosek, all three injured reserved. Excuse me. Alexander Barkov too. I don't think so, John. That's an interesting theory, though. Kinda. Kind of an interesting theory. I hope the Bruins play Swayman, not fucking Corpusalo. In goal. I'm not crazy about their backup goalie. I like Swayman. Neither of them's playing great right now. Swayman's played against tougher teams. He got 2 wins, 2 losses. 917 save percentage, 2.76 goals. Corpusalo's got 1 win, 2 losses, 336 goals against, 86.5 save percentage.
Marchand is on the ice. He is in the starting lineup for Paul Maurice. Time now for the national anthem from Todd Angeli.
Standing for the singing of the national anthem, accompanied by Bruins organist Ron Poster. Please welcome Todd Angeli.
Oh, say, can you see?
And
Must be a tough day to be a Mariners fan today, huh? Must be a tough day to be a Mariners fan. You, what are you talking about? Fucking Diet Dr. Pepper, you idiot. Go away, fucking idiot. I'm gonna block you. You sound retarded. Fucking Momo.
Brad Marchand is back at TD Garden. Now time to look at our Honda starting goaltenders, and first for Florida, the 37-year-old Sergei Bobrovsky, two-time Vezina winner last time out Saturday at Buffalo. 28 saves on 31 shots, ran a 3-0 loss.
He will become the 9th all-time in wins by the end of this season as he trails Jacques Plante with 432.
Other end, Jeremy Swayman, 4 games into his season. So far, it's a .917 save percentage.
Good,
After
Swayman's in that
from last year, of course, that followed the 8-year, $66 million
should help if he's on.
Got done.
Players will tell you they don't need a lot of training camp. Swayman had none last year. He started a step behind and never really caught up.
Brad Marchand is back on the ice in Boston, facing his old team and his old friends.
Come on, Bees.
Off we go in Brad Marchand's return. And here is Marchand right
away. Backhand on net. Save Swayman.
Too low Storinen. Starting lineups are brought to you by American Express, and they filter through at the bottom of your
keeps
screen.
it in.
The Panthers, of course, still the
McAvoy plays the puck.
absences to the lineup.
What's up, Ryan?
Star-sized in Matthew Tkachuk and Sasha Barkov. And for Boston tonight, Casey Middlestat does drop back in after he had been a healthy scratch on Sunday, but Hampus Lindholm does not return.
Oh, there's a hit on Marchand. It's going to be a penalty.
First 30 seconds in, and it is drawn by Brad Marchand.
My favorite player is going to kill me tonight.
Already barking at the bench as the Bruins were giving it to him as he skated back to the bench. He eludes Tanner Janot, who sticks out his right foot.
That was a
and
trip.
a Florida power play that's been stuck.
It wasn't much, but he got him.
Predictably, no Barkov, no Tkachuk. 0 for their last 15. Early on a Marchand contribution and a chance
Come on,
to
let's
take
get
the
a shorty.
Including 0 for 7 on
Shorty or
Saturday.
kill
That
this
game
power
against
play.
Buffalo, and what an opportunity this is right away. 33 seconds in for Florida. And Brad Marchand. Reshuffled power play units for Paul Maurice, and it's a face-off one back to Seth Jones with a wrister tip tie from Sam Reinhart, who had those 39 goals last season.
Back to the blue line. Jones.
Send it off for Lindell.
Lindell in the slot to Reinhart.
Andrew Peak got his stick
Nothing.
on that. Marchand banks it back and gets the return feed from Lindell. Lindell along the wall in the corner. Slips one to Marchand along the net
Yeah, I'm
line.
watching hockey.
A shot comes in. Bring off the iron. Behind
That's a
Swayman,
goal.
reaching at it. They score.
Too many guys in front of the
Panthers
net.
strike first on the power play to get things started.
What up, Russ?
That's going to
Marchand's back in Boston tonight for the first time. I'm watching this. Celtics on anyway.
when you get to stay in your shape. Marchand's pushed aside by Pete. He'll pick up an assist on this play. As the shot from Lundell beats Swayman clean off the post, and it hits Swayman. Everybody's
bounce,
fishing
lost
around
track
for the
of the
puck,
puck.
but it's Samoskevich who's going to jam this into the net. Marchand will pick up a helper.
Looks like he kicked it in.
A minute and 1 into his return to Boston, and the Panthers have a early 1-0 lead.
How about them Blue Jays?
Both these teams are on 4-game losing streaks, so that's an encouraging start for Florida. You mentioned the struggles on the power play.
How about the Mariners?
He's got a team leading 4 goals and 8 points. They got What a start for Brad Marchand. What do you think that does to the emotions early on?
Nice steal.
With the pick.
Pasta.
Morgan Geeky.
Geeky couldn't put a shot on net.
Well, the only thing that really changes is now the Panthers get to play with the lead.
There you go. Shoot it, Pasta. Oh, that's a penalty.
And Pasternak taken down.
Wide open net got tripped.
Hey, Mike, wouldn't this be something if we have two teams come in here struggling like heck to score goals and we end up with 3 or 4 in the first period? The Bruins will get a power play as Sergei Bobrovsky's going to get called for the trip. They'll have to pick somebody that was
They're
on
not
the
as good
ice.
as they were.
Florida minor penalty to number 72. 2 minutes for a trip.
See, Carter Verhaeghe's going to go over and serve it. As Bobrovsky overcommitted to the side, Pasternak, the Bruins' most talented player, gets tripped up in a Bruins power play that should be pretty good. I mean, this top
Come on,
unit
tie
is
this game
good.
up.
You've got Geeky, who can really shoot the puck. Pasternak, one of the game's best. Lindholm's really good on the draw. McAvoy will man the top part of it. And Zaka's kind of their bumper guy, the guy that will move around for them.
Keep it in.
Pasternak. He said 3 or 4 goals. We were wondering if we might get that.
Fucking out of the zone.
Have struggled recently. Both these teams won their first 3 games of the season.
Pasternak couldn't keep it in.
Of course, Florida
McAvoy goes back to retrieve.
at the bottom of your screen.
Dumps one to
Both of them on
Zaka.
4-game losing streaks.
Over to Lindholm, back to Zaka across the blue line.
Trying to improve on a power play that was one of the
Out
worst
to
in
the
the
blue
league
line,
last year.
McAvoy shoots.
With a shot with some traffic
Save.
in front from Elias Lindholm. Tipped around the wall and nudged out by Anton Lundell for a clear.
Escape.
The Bruins are 1 for 14 on the power play here at home. One little note about their early penalty. They were shorthanded 16 times in the 3-game road trip. They're like, we got to take way less penalties.
Horrible.
A minute in, they take one and they trail the game.
16 power plays allowed on that road trip.
Slung out high for Pasternak. Worked it down low. Good stick from Ekblad.
Bring the puck.
By the Bruins. Pasternak looking for a
There you
lead.
go,
It's off to
McAvoy.
Charlie McAvoy. Now Morgan Geeky, the 33 goals
Back to
last season.
Pasternak.
Extra new contract.
Too late.
Swatted out by Etu Lostarinen. And McAvoy's got to retreat back to the midway
Come
point
on,
of the
Charlie.
minute.
What is he
The
doing?
re-entry, trying to bump ahead for Pasternak. Cut off there by Ekblad, who shovels out for the Panthers.
Nothing for Boston. One
Just
shot.
announced the Panthers goal, and for about the 3rd or 4th time already, Marchand gets a nice hand.
So he's up to 3 goals and now 4 assists on the season. Waning seconds of this power play, final half minute. Nico Mikkola, good to see him in the lineup. 77 in white for Florida.
Nice
Florida
hit.
could not exit. Picked up by Mikey Asimov. Works it back to the line. Got it back
Shoot
to
the puck.
Mason Lohrei with a shot from
Nice
Asimov.
save.
That is smothered by Bobrovsky with 17 seconds remaining.
Bobrovsky's still there.
A
Wow.
pretty good shot by Asimov as Bobrovsky gets a clean look, but this play starts here with Casey Middlestad's going to get in on the forecheck, back in the lineup after a scratch in the previous game. Middlestad's problem is the commitment to the physical part of the game, like to be on the inside of the game. He's talented enough. If he
Bruins
does that,
barely win
he's
the
gonna make
draw.
some headway.
Came over from Colorado
10
last year.
seconds.
Yoki Haru had that one. Ramp off a stick and up and out of play with still
Left
10
on the
seconds
power
remaining
play.
for the Bruins on the power play.
Well, the Bruins are going to struggle to score this year. I think that's probably pretty evident. We talked a little bit to head coach Marco Sturm before the game, and he made it clear, look, their top guys, they have to be the top guys. But the game can still be tight, and you can still score enough to win. I don't know where the goals are going to come from in the big picture here for Sturm. I mean, he's got a new staff, a new system, a bunch of new
Bruins
players.
are
It's going to
young,
take some
new,
time here in
whole new
Boston.
team pretty much.
Mason Lohrei mid.
Shoot the puck.
He's onto it with a shot.
Broke his fucking stick.
Uvis Balinskis the block. This one exits the zone down to Swayman.
That's it for the power play.
Kill for the Panthers.
One shot on goal.
Arvidsson drops it off through center ice, and here is Casey Middlestad. Again, after he got scratched on Sunday. Talked earlier today to the local media about needing to take a look in the mirror. Said you're never happy, of course, when you get scratched like that.
Waiting for it in the neutral zone. Bruins come away, dump it in.
What Middlestad has to realize is at one point you were a first-round pick. Now you're on your 3rd team. And the
Panthers
question is
working out of their own end.
Can you change it? Can you find it inside?
Dump it in, no
Can you
icing.
change the way you approach the game? Because
Swayman plays
he's
it.
good enough. He really is. It's can he commit long enough to be an effective
Bruins
player?
got to clear the
He's on
zone.
the wing of
They
Otto
do.
Saka on the second line. Bruins have the 4th line out there right now. Centered by
Go, skate! You got a breakaway. Oh, nice save, Borowski.
Bobrovsky. That's a good move by Castellan. as he jumped into
He didn't have much room to do much.
Dodge a broken stick, and Bobrovsky shot.
Kastelic, a couple of goals already this season, was hunting another. Went backhand, got it back onto his forehand, and Bobrovsky comes up with a big save early on.
Go ahead, put it back in the zone. Jump and chase.
Nudged it across the line at an offside whistle against the Bruins.
That was unlucky.
Kastelic was a acquisition from Ottawa and had a really good year going last year. He got hurt and never really got healthy again. There he makes a nice move. I like this move as he goes back to the forehand. I guess if you're going to quibble, he's probably got to get it up a little higher, but Bobrovsky with excellent reflexes and agility to get back and flash the pad and take that one away from Kastelic.
There's that big number you said for Sergei Bobrovsky. Those 432 wins.
Lindholm's going to get taken off the face-off.
A 914 save percentage
wins it.
in the playoffs.
Bruins with the fucking center ice.
It'll be interesting to
Dump it
see
in.
as the Panthers have to play along.
1-0 Florida, 15-14 left in the first period.
Nikita's a
Shot blocked.
His shot gets kicked down. First 5 minutes here.
Boston out of the zone again.
Marchand's return. Traded, of course, at the deadline last year and then re-signed with the Panthers for 6 years at $31.5 million.
Yeah, the Panthers, it seemed like we're going to lose a couple of players last year, and they made it work, and they're all back again.
Plus 165. Will Marchand scored
Washington not keep it in.
on ESPN Bets.
Florida's
trying
side.
to wiggle away from trouble behind the goal line and got it out toward Carter Verhaeghe. A couple of points for him so far this year. Reinhart tried to corral it. He couldn't. And the Bruins back behind Swayman.
What up, Mimi?
Here's McAvoy. Good to see him healthy this year. Last year, of course, limited to 50 games with the shoulder injury at Four Nations, the infection, and the subsequent
Right
surgery.
back out.
Here's Doc Forsling. Gains the line, fires in and around toward Brad Marchand with his line back onto the ice. Centered by Anton Lundell. Tucks one back for Forsling along the left point. Here's Lundell toward the net front.
Nice job.
Intercepted by Charlie McAvoy out toward the line. Forsling a
Get it out.
Simon keeps it in the zone. Takes a carom off the back of the net.
Get it out.
Swayman.
There you go. Nice play up the board.
Tanner Jeannot got tied up at the line for the Bruins. Outletted to Anton Lundell. Flings it into the corner. Takes a hop toward Mackie Samoskevich. Big night for him as well. He's a Connecticut native. He's got 20 family and friends here.
Ooh, one time a miss.
Rodriguez got blocked. Rodriguez back on it. He centers this third line for Paul Maurice.
Oh, slap shot, broken stick.
On the shot from the point. And the
Boston
Bruins
got a
on
2 on.
Let's get
Hey,
to
they're
that
going to line change.
Victor Arvidsson gets squeezed off the puck along the wall by the veteran Jeff Petrie.
Yeah, Petrie brought into
Panthers
Florida.
take this puck right back.
This is the spot that was occupied by Nate Schmidt last year. Different players, but
Boston getting pushed over to these pucks early.
They've had really
Getting
good mileage
outskated
out of
a
these
little
older
bit.
guys.
Swung around the boards with the Panthers' fourth line on the ice.
Put out of position a few
Signed
times.
a one-year deal in August. 9-year veteran trying to get it back toward AJ Greer in the corner. By the way, when we hit the first commercial break, we will keep it here at TD Garden for the video tribute, and you know the fans will be alive for this return of Marchand.
Oh, boy.
Tried to move it across toward Nico Mikkola, who could not swat it cleanly.
That
And
was
the
a
Bruins
scoring
evacuate
chance.
the zone with Zadorov.
Come on, get the puck up ice. Switch the line. Let's go.
First 8 minutes of this one in Boston. McAvoy had that one come back off the stick of Jeffrey Viel. Drops back in for the second time this season for the Bruins.
D to D, McAvoy.
Lori had it touched on by Corrali. Nice job to settle that down by Reinhart.
Stolen.
Now Bennett on the move.
Here's the
The Conference
Panthers.
winner last year. A shot fanned out
Saved
again.
Swayman.
Anyway by Swayman. And a backhand shoveled in by Reinhart.
What's happened to these Panther sticks? In the old days, you'd say they were made out of kindling, but man, they're breaking like crazy here.
They've had 3 or 4 so far in the first chunk of this first period.
Bruins
That
broke
costs
one
Verhaeghe
too.
a scoring chance.
Lori swept it away at the line. He gets it back and moves it up toward neutral ice for David Pastrnak. Brad Marchand, the intercept from his former teammate. And Forsling ahead off the skates of Marchand. Nudged out to center anyway. Geeky flung it back in.
Shoot the fucking puck.
Looking far post. Jordan Harris in there for Hampus. Lindholm had the keep. Comes around into the
Fucking
near side
dancing in
corner.
front. Shoot the
Angled
fucking
off
thing.
the glass and out to center. Marco Sturm has talked about needing more.
No one in front of you, not even the defender. 10 feet out.
Drop for Geeky shot.
Shoot the fucking thing.
Elias Lindholm, 5 points so far for him this year. Rodriguez dug it out, away from Lostarinen.
Pass to the Panthers.
And the Panthers collect and bump it out to center.
Come on, Lostarinen.
Rodriguez on the hop, the former BU
Oh,
Terriers
boy.
just down the road. A shot.
Nice save, Swayman.
By Swayman on Samoskevich. Rodriguez got it to Boquist.
Two good saves on the last two shots.
Into the corner, Rodriguez for Boquist. The former Bruin looking for a lane. He pivots with a shot.
Good job, Swayman.
By
Glove save.
Swayman. The Panthers have the lead in Brad Marchand's return to Boston, and we keep it right here at TD Garden as the former Bruins captain is honored back with the Panthers.
A little video from Boston fans to Marchand in his return. My favorite Bruin. One of them.
Marchand's first NHL goal comes short-handed.
He was a fucking stud. He still is. Oh, that was beautiful between the legs.
The Bruins are Stanley Cup champions.
Thank you, Kai. Skate out on the ice, homie. The rat. He's trying not to cry. They're going nuts for him. He deserves it. He was a good one. Still is a good one. Sucks we got rid of him. Good for Marchand. He deserves it. He might get a number retired. He was very loved around here. Still is. Welcome back, Marshy.
You often hear about people fighting to hold back tears, not holding back tears.
2011 Stanley Cup champion.
Involved the young Brad Marchand. The Stanley Cup champions of 2025 included Brad Marchand. His jersey will go to the top of this building someday. A beloved player.
I don't think he wanted to leave Boston. I think they kind of made him.
Man, that's great stuff. It really is.
This beautiful sport will tug at your heartstrings. Just like that. And a player who, as he said to us yesterday, always wears his emotions on his sleeve. He told us, I wanted to leave everything I had on the ice as a Bruin. He said, I can say I did that for this team and this city. Well, he felt to me all these years watching him like he was just the perfect Bruin.
He was.
Like the way the Bruins have always played and wanted to play. Marchand was just perfect as the crowd now chants his name.
I hope he gets one tonight. I can't believe I'm rooting against the Bruins, but I hope he gets one.
Had a shot blocked by Reinhardt.
Save
It's
Borowski.
just amazing stuff.
1-0 Florida,
With Brad Marchand.
10-11 to go in the
We
first
went down
period.
memory lane with him.
What's up, John?
Multiple times yesterday during a half-hour conversation. He was emotional like this because he knows how much this place, through all the goals, the assists, and the points, means to him, and he knows what he has meant to this fan base as well.
6 in points.
These ranks that you just saw
5th in
there,
assists.
they're Hall of Fame ranks.
All time.
Not of a team that's been around for 20 years, for a team that's been
For the
around
Bruins.
100 years. I think Brad Marchand had remade his career at some point to become this different type of player. I think he's
Oh,
put
out
himself
front,
into
nobody
the Hall of
home.
Fame. I wouldn't have thought
Panthers
that a few
clear.
years ago. I believe he's a Hall of Fame player.
I think Marchand's a Hall of Famer, absolutely.
Right there with you. There's Mackie Samoskevich. He gets cut off by Charlie McAvoy. There's the tuck one up the boards. Instead, back around toward Mason.
Marchand's not a big guy.
Up through center, off the way
He
from
plays
the
fucking hard.
Carried in.
He plays tough
By the
for not
Panthers
being
with
a
an
big
offside
person.
whistle just past the midway point in this first.
The Bruins are coached by Marco Stern. Mike, you had a pretty funny interaction with him before the game.
We asked him what it was like playing these 20 games with Brad Marchand, and he said, look, when the Black Aces were up, Brad Marchand was walking around as a youngster like he owned the place, and hadn't yet done that throughout his career, of course. And he said one night they're out for dinner, Marchand's buying everyone beers as if he's been in the league for 10 years.
And it just became, and then he said, and then you
Marchand's the
realize
man.
that's just the way he was. Like he played and is a bigger person than his body would say. He's not a big guy, but he's got this outsized personality and outsized heart. I think he's just been a remarkable player here.
Love talking with Paul Maurice about him pregame as well. He said he's been so important, Brad Marchand has, for the league because so many people identify with him at his size. He said, look, Marchand throughout his 17-year career, he has had to
I can't believe he plays for the
claw
fucking
and battle for every
Panthers
inch,
now.
for
Oh,
everything
it
he
kills
has
me.
earned. All those numbers we showed you throughout his time in the NHL, and people identify with that. It resonates. The tumble behind the play from Gustav
Never back
Forsling.
down.
Yeah, he
Never
skates
back
off.
down anywhere at any point.
That's how he did it throughout his time before he got traded from these Bruins, of course, at the deadline in March. Panthers were here a few days later, but Marchand was
He
out
was
with a
huge for the
concussion.
Panthers in the playoffs,
He
too.
did not play, did not get that
Had a
tribute
couple
video.
game-winning goals or
Pass
game-tying
intercepted by
goals.
the Bruins, and Nikita Zadorov
One against
lugged down
Edmonton,
from center.
one or
The
two.
Panthers reload. Aryu step to it, and then Mikkola in front, careens away from Geeky. Jones off to the wing, and the entry centering from Reinhardt, who sweeps that
Get
in.
it out.
For Hagee settles, send it back across the blue paint, but nobody home on the back door. Then it's spun one around for Hagee, gets pressed to the boards by Yoki Aryu. Bumped ahead by Zadorov. Mikkola came down on a pinch. Bennett to the line for Reinhardt, a shot fluttering
Big
through.
screen.
Changed directions on Swayman. The Bruins send this one down the length of
Icing.
the ice for an icing whistle. Let's get you some numbers powered by the SAP Coaching Insights app. Most goals at TD Garden, including the playoffs. 251 for Patrice Bergeron, and then Brad Marchand right behind him.
Yeah, I would say before long, the guy in third place is probably going to work his way up to the top of that. But
Yeah.
that is a pretty good list. How about when Marchand and Bergeron played together? They're so different, yet it worked so well. Like everything about the way Bergeron played and the way Marchand played was so differently, but they just fit so perfectly together.
Yeah, no doubt. Petrie's shot got blocked.
Come on, one-on-one.
Geeky fans on
What are
the
you
shot.
doing, Geeky? You fucking missed
Pressure there from
altogether.
Samoskevich, and the Bruins had a heck of an opportunity.
Fucking scrub.
Lorai swats it around the railing. The keep from the Panthers with Petrie. A pass from Rodriguez. Polinskis spins it back around towards
Fucking
Samoskevich.
breakaway. He can't even put a fucking piece of wood on the puck.
Filter one on for
Come
Rodriguez.
on.
Samoskevich cuts it off along the half boards. Turns away from Pavel Saka, who gets his stick in there and bumps it out for Victor.
There you go.
Arvidsson.
Same
Shot one ahead
situation.
for Casey
Fucking
Middlestat
skate.
with Petrie
There you
retreating.
go.
Middlestat slammed on the brakes, and Samoskevich frees it up.
And he loses
for
his feet.
Polinskis.
Keep it in.
For Pete. Bruins touch up. Pete fires in. Takes a hop into the corner. Toward H.A. Greer on the fourth line for Florida.
Pass the
Harris
puck.
with a head fake. The pride of Haverhill got it down to the goal line Moves away from Petrie.
There you go.
Slot and a shot from Saka is denied by Bobrovsky. And some extra
getting chippy.
curriculars with Polinskis involved right at the net front.
That's typical Panthers hockey right there. Clear the lane, let the goalie stop it, and then clear the net.
Brad Marchand letting the emotions fly in his return to TD Garden. ESPN Hockey Night is presented by Honda, proud partner of Team USA.
1-0 Panthers about halfway through the first period. Like, share, subscribe. Hope everyone had a good day. Hope you're having a good evening. Mackie Samskovich with the only goal, assisted by Brad Marchand and Anton Lundell. 1-0 Panthers. On Marchand's return to the Garden as a Panther. Florida 3 shots, 1 penalty, 1 power play goal, 4. Boston a power play goal against. Haven't made any hits and have 2 shots on net. Excuse me. Bruins looked much better their first 3 games at home. I didn't watch much of the road trip. It's going to be a learning curve to this year for the Bruins.
Brad Marchand was in Buffalo on Sunday. He takes a cross check from Rasmus Dahlin, then he gets into this tussle with Dahlin. Now you think this is enough, but Marchand at some point here ends up with Dahlin's helmet, but he's not finished with it. He said he thought of throwing it into the crowd, but this is the mature Marchand. He knew he'd get suspended, so he just ripped all the earpieces off and threw it away and back onto the ice. And
I fucking love Marchand. Oh, we got to fight. Heel or VL. Throwing uppercuts.
And a couple of uppercuts against Gadjevich.
Gadjevich is a tough character.
Whoop his fucking ass.
In his second game this year, played in Vegas on the road trip.
Yeah, fucking hit him on the way down.
To the ice.
Decent little scrap. The veal wasn't taking your shit.
Hell's going to take every opportunity in the lineup to try and...
Florida calling number 12. Boston calling number 48.
Well, at least we won something.
to try and keep himself in the lineup.
Can't win the game, kick their ass.
To stay in the lineup. There's VL and Gadjevich, a little chat on the way by. And then Gadjevich, once the puck's out of the zone, turns left.
Gadjevich thought he was going to bully him. Didn't really work.
Gadjevich signed a 2-year extension in Florida. Was picked up a couple of years ago and has become a pretty steady presence in this.
They're talking shit to each other in the fucking penalty box.
Says he's got a fearless attitude. Got that extension.
Gadjevich looked a lot bigger than Veal.
27 perfect.
Panthers clear it out of their zone across center ice. Boston dumps it back in.
For the Bruins and Marco's third. Again, Avalanche and Mammoth coming up next. This is game 1 of our ESPN
Keep it in.
night doubleheader. It starts at TD Garden. Like Monaco, Ray Ferraro, Emily Kaplan.
Can't keep it in.
Through with you. Brad Marchand pivots back towards Seth Jones on the back end, approaching 6 minutes to go in the first. Marchand drew the tripping penalty right away, and he got an assist. His first one in this building with Florida. He had 2.
Oh, Swayman just gave it up in back of the net.
In the regular season as Swayman covers up.
Good job. Covered it up.
Well, Marchand drew the early penalty. It sent Florida to the man advantage, and Mackie Samskovich with an assist to Brad Marchand as the Panthers in front against the Bruins.
ESPN Bet is the sportsbook for hockey.
Bruins Panthers. Marchand's first game back in Boston as a Panther. He's got an assist. They lead 1-0 on a power play goal early in the game. Boston's had a couple opportunities. They have played sloppy. They had pretty much a breakaway. The guy whiffed. I figured it was a good game to do. Marchand going back to the Garden and shit. Marchand's my favorite player from his era. They had a little tribute for him. It was pretty nice. He shed a few tears, came out on the ice, waved to the fans. They couldn't keep paying him the money he was going to need. And I think it was Boston kind of ran him out of town to try and go younger. I didn't like the move. I don't think he should have played for anyone other than Boston, but it is what it is.
Last year at the deadline, of course, Brad Marchand told us yesterday, they had tried to get a new contract done throughout the year. He told us he and the Bruins had multiple conversations starting in September and October. Then it picked up again in February, but in the end, and in part due to where the Bruins, of course, Ray, were last
finally
season.
Warming up. It's cold enough.
And when he got dealt, I mean, he became a different player again in Florida, like rejuvenated, a new purpose to his game. And, I mean, 10 goals and 20 points in the playoffs. He or Sam Bennett were going to win the Conn Smythe Trophy. Sam Bennett eventually did, but, you know, it's a stunning thing to see a guy of this tenure be traded.
Panthers with the puck. They cross the
Perfect as well in the Panthers
red line, dump it in.
And you know there are plenty of Bruins fans in the building.
Boston gets it back out. They got a 2-on-1. Pasternak can't get rid of the puck. Finally does. Oh, he whiffed on one. Right in the slot again.
With Verhaeghe, who got tied up through center. Let's check in with Emily.
Yeah, guys, I spoke with Don Sweeney, the GM of the Bruins, yesterday, and he did tell me they had internal discussions even after the trade about bringing Brad Marchand back this summer. However, they never got the opportunity to talk to him after he re-signed with Florida. He said he also talked to Brad after the trade, and it was so clear Brad was fixated on a long-term deal, and if Brad did come back to Boston, it would have to be within their parameters, and it doesn't sound like they were willing to go long-term with him at his age.
And, okay, so there's a great point, Emily, is that it doesn't necessarily always work for everyone.
Yep.
You know, loyalty's a funny thing in sports. You can
Oh, another fucking swing and a miss.
to a player because of loyalty,
Shoot the puck.
and it doesn't work for you. The Bruins have to rebuild here.
There you go.
McAvoy's shot.
Finally, at least a shot.
Handled by Bobrovsky. Yeah, and then the flip side of it is then where does Marchand go after the cup? And he said to us yesterday, never did he think he was going to re-sign with the Panthers. He just didn't
Thank you,
think,
Kai.
like many didn't think, that they had the cap space available for him.
Not for Marchand, not for Ekblad, not for Bennett, like maybe one of the three. And then it was like rapid fire, 1, 2, 3, they're all back, and a bit of cap magic and by Bill Zito and the Panthers front office, and they bring most of the band back for a
Face
chance
off
to get to the
to
finals
the left
4
of
years in a row.
Bobrovsky.
McAvoy off the face-off.
Ooh,
Loved
nice
by
save.
Bobrovsky. Well, these off-season signings, they did go down. 1, 2, 3 for Bill Zito to make sure that he was bringing back everyone from the back-to-back cups with Bennett, 8 years, $64 million. He said he loved South Florida. And then he got Ekblad for 8 years and nearly $49 million. And then Marchand, 6 for 31 and a half.
Oh, trouble. Marchand almost scored.
To add to his sterling first period.
Panthers moving the puck.
Petrie pumps, set it
Shot,
up.
nice save, Swayman. Get it out of the front of the net.
From the low slot, Marchand's Held down by McAvoy. And now Arvidsson escapes out.
Pass the puck.
And the Panthers have 10 players signed for at least 5 years. I mean,
Boston dumps in from the center line.
Spread the contract out so you lower the AAV.
One man forecheck, and that's it.
They have half of their team signed for the next half a decade.
Petrie brought in on a one-year deal, playing on that third pair. And he's with Balinskis while Dmitry Kulikov's out for about 5 months with his shoulder injury suffered early this season.
Feels like the Panthers have an extra guy on the ice all the time. They don't. It just feels that way.
He's been a nice addition, Mike, for the Bruins. Came in a year ago at the trade deadline. He's been good for them.
Now in over the line, Fraser Minton, the 21-year-old, who centers the third line for the Bruins, came over from Toronto in the Carlo deal, former second-rounder of the Leafs.
Dump and chase.
Angles one in and shovels that one up and out of play with 3.5 to go in the first.
What keeps you motivated?
Bruins look slow tonight. And the Panthers don't even got their real lineup. They're missing several of their best players right now, waiting for them to get healthy later in the year. Kachuk's not playing among 3 or 4 other studs. Face off at center ice, won by the Panthers. Try to dump it in. Boston steals it. Oh, they got it in again. Shot from the blue line, saved Swayman, or it was wide.
Pressed up the wall by the Bruins. Pasternak banks it out through center. Geeky spun one around toward Lindholm. Off for Iggy stick, Elias Lindholm. Year 2 of his 7-year deal. Geeky stepped in with support. The puck fluttered down
Stolen.
to Reinhart. And he lugs
3 on 2.
trying to connect with
Ooh.
the Panthers reset.
That was close.
Chipped ahead. Past the outstretched mid of H.A. Greer. Inside
Skate.
of 3 to go. Here's Sean Corrali. That's that one careen off the skate. Geeky sends one in behind past Pasternak. Reinhart for Greer through center. Cunning when reaching for it. Now Laura springs in over the blue line.
What a fucking bum. That was a terrible pass. He just coughed it up coming into the fucking zone.
Next one in behind, and now Jesper Boquist turning away from Kastelik. Pressured by Sean Corrali.
Fucking 3-foot pass. He whiffs.
Where he spent 5 years to begin. That's when wide of Greer, the Bruins step to that with Mike Esimon, who outlets to center.
8 shots for Florida, 6 for Boston.
Uvis Balinskis lines up ice. The Latvian defenseman had it knocked down by Arvidsson, who then got crushed at the red line by Balinskis.
Arvidsson's on the limp a little bit here.
The guy who's battled injuries over the last number of years. Got traded from Edmonton in the summer and off to a slow point-producing
Minute
start.
30 left,
Just one
first
assist so far.
period.
The Marchand line on the ice for the Panthers, and here is Brad Marchand on the move.
Dumped it in.
Into the corner, around toward Etu Lostarinen. Harris cut him off. Heat shielding for protection. Marchand aims the puck into the corner, turning away from Pavel Zacha. Back to the line. Jones' shot.
Nice
With
job.
Traffic in front, courtesy of Lostarinen. An outlet for Arvidsson. Still
Go
on
get
the
it.
ice, and the
Line
Bruins
change.
will peel off and change.
So much for my hope of 4 goals, Mike, in this period.
Spoke too soon, Mr. Ferraro. Here's
Uh-oh.
Manning moving in through the slot. Strong move toward the net, and then it hacked away from him on the backhand. Darting in on Swayman.
Skate. There you go. Oh,
The line, but an offside whistle with 46 seconds to go in the first.
Victor Arvidsson was brought into Boston this year. They're hoping they can find a little bit of magic. Some of his old
Balinskis, nice hit on Arvidsson.
Dumping from Balinskis, and then when Balinskis dumped him, kind of landed awkwardly. He should be a 25-goal scorer if he's right, should Victor Arvidsson, but he just hasn't been healthy for a number of years. A real good shot, a really quick player. Enough right now, and if he just stay healthy, maybe he can find a little bit more of that.
Nearly nearly 200 goals in his career as he was leaning over on that Bruins bench.
So we signed an old beat-up guy.
30 seconds in this
Awesome.
first. Intercepted by Reinhardt. He had to wait on for Hagee, who now enters. Bumped it up for Evan Rodriguez. Yoki swooped in, back to the line for Forsling. Sends it back into the corner. For Hagee, tried to fish it out. Zaborov moved in with that big frame, and Nikita Zaborov vaults one through center. Off the skates of Lindholm, Reinhardt to it. Final 5 seconds of the first. Reinhardt goes cross.
Lindholm just got burnt twice.
The first period for Brad Marchand back in Boston wearing a visiting sweater. He assists on the only goal in the first in his return to Boston. To the studio with Mark and TJ here.
End of the first period, 1-0 Florida over the Boston Bruins.
Play goal to begin a game in franchise history. And, of course, Marchand gets the apple on that. What about it, fellas?
It was a great start. I mean, both teams lost 4 in a row. Wondering what's going to go on. Obviously, Marshy's the story here.
Yeah.
How are you going to play with all those emotions inside of you? Being back in Boston, did a great job.
Yeah,
he seems to be like John McEnroe. The crazier things are, the more emotions in it. Everybody's temperatures at the all high. He just seems to play.
Yeah.
All that going on. He's got tears in his eyes. Goes out there and playing a great period.
You can't be serious. That was McEnroe. That was my best McEnroe. Chelly's best friend, of course. All right, we come back. We'll hear from Brad Marchand. Much more. Straight ahead on the Taco Bell First Intermission Report. And I am serious.
I'm like so starstruck.
I know. He's so much taller in person.
I'm struggling with this.
It's going to be a long year for the Bruins. They look good in their first 3 games. They look nothing like that tonight. What else is going on tonight? End of the first period, Maple Leafs over the Devils. Edmonton, end of the first, leads 1-0 over Ottawa. San Jose, New York Islanders tied 2-2. Vancouver, Pittsburgh 1-1. End of the first. 2-2 with 2:45 to go in the first with San Jose and the Islanders. Bunch of games coming on later. Washington leads Seattle 1-0. Houston leads Oklahoma City in basketball by 1. 11:09 to go in the second quarter. Wonder how Durant's doing. If he's even playing. I'm sure he is. Be surprised if he isn't. Maybe he isn't. Oh, he's playing. He just hasn't done shit. Durant's got 6 points in the first quarter. Hasn't played in the second. Just chilling out today, guys. Nothing crazy going on. Had a late night 2 nights in a row with them crazy baseball games. Figure I'd do a little hockey, say hello, shoot the shit, check out Brad Marchand in his return to Boston. Tomorrow will probably be a day off. There really ain't much going on. Maybe a NBA game. We'll see. I want to see what Marshawn has to say at the intermission report.
16 years to the day, Brad Marchand made his NHL debut. He's played against every single NHL team until he played against the Boston Bruins tonight, the only team he had not played against. And of course, wouldn't you know it, 10 seconds into the game, he had a shot on goal right at the backhander, drew the penalty, and then had an assist on the goal. Steve Levy back with Mark Messier and TJ Oshie. And earlier today on the point, when Marchand came into the building, we had a chance to talk to him. Tricky question about regrets. I mean, after all, got another Stanley Cup, got another 6-year contract extension, but we asked him anyway, regrets about the way things might have ended in Boston.
You know, you're the first person to ask me that, I think, which is kind of crazy. You know, it's funny you say that because today was actually probably the first time I ever thought about, you know, if things were different, and I don't think I could say that I regret it. You know, it worked out incredibly well. I mean, we play the game because we're competitors and we want to win. And, you know, the whole reason that we do everything we do to try to get better and improve and become the best version of ourselves because we're chasing a Stanley Cup. So I don't think I could ever sit here and say that I regret how things played out. I think they played out exactly how they were, you know, for me to win another cup. And I'm very, very grateful for the way that things played out. It could have played a lot different the way that, you know, coming down here and could have had a much different experience, but I had some of the best months of my life. Some of the most fun I've ever had playing hockey, and got to make incredible
because that
friendships
Panthers
and
team's
relationships
fucking good.
and build incredible bonds
Very good.
and win a cup. So, you know, do I wish that, you know, at times, you know, I guess I would say that I think if we went back, I think both sides would have done things differently. You know, I think is how I would say. I think I let my emotions handle some aspects
Kai,
of
he did.
negotiations that maybe I would have done differently if I could go back. But
Played
I
for
wouldn't go
Edmonton,
back,
too.
I guess if I could put it that way, is I wouldn't do it differently if I could.
Really thought Brad was sarcastic in his first words, right? He was like, oh, you're the first guy to ask me. Like, oh, sure, you're the first guy to ask me that question. He meant it. Apparently, he had not been asked, and he clearly wanted to give an answer there, Mess.
Yeah, I don't think it's the first time that he thought about that. I think he's been thinking about it. It's the first time he actually said it publicly. But, you know, we're always taught in our sport, because it's such an unselfish sport, that to be unselfish in everything that you do. And sometimes you have to be a little bit selfish. And this is a decision that he made, and he can't bring it back, and he shouldn't feel any regret for the decisions that he made. He made the decision that was best for him at the time and his family. He went to Florida, had an incredible experience. He just said some of the most fun he's ever had playing hockey. Of course, we're all chasing, to his point, we're all chasing a Stanley Cup, but having fun while doing it and providing for your family and getting your family in a good spot, it worked out incredibly well for him.
Oh, yeah.
And to his point, he should never feel regretful for the decision that you make sometimes for the benefit of yourself. But we're always taught to be unselfish. This was something that he did for himself, and it worked out for him.
Yeah, I think just for me personally, I know Brad Marchand is the competitor. I played against him. I wasn't, you know, checking in on the Boston Bruins. So his story, I'm learning a lot in these last couple of weeks here, and watching more hockey now, sitting at the desk. But I remember as the agitator, the competitor, and now you get to see interviews like that, and you see the emotions on his face. And, you know, you see the little bit more emotional side, how much he cares about his time in Boston, how much he cares about the fans, his teammates. It's just so impressive to see. And, you know, I hated him before, but I'm becoming a big fan now.
Easy guy to root for now all of a sudden, right?
All of a sudden.
See a different side. Welcome to the desk. It's nice on this side.
It
of the
is
desk,
nice
too.
over here.
And, of course, the Bruins, one day, I'm sure they'll sign him that one-day contract. You know, retire him as a Bruin and then retire his number. Maybe. For the draft. Yeah, we'll see.
He deserves his number retired.
1-0. Marchand and the Florida Panthers meeting in Boston.
This first intermission report is presented by Taco Bell.
Oh, man. I got to check the weather tomorrow. I think it's supposed to be shitty. Is it raining in New York yet? Oh, they're saying no rain tomorrow, maybe a little. Highs aren't going to get out of the 50s this weekend. It looks like it's a morning shower for my area. From like 6 to about noon. I like getting my workouts done in the morning. I don't like doing them in the afternoon as much. Maybe I'll go to bed early and try to beat the fucking rain. Means I gotta be up at fucking 4 a.m. with my headlamp. Tiger's going back and hitting people up. What up, Joe? Sorry, guys, I'm tired. A little tired tonight. But I figure we check out part of this game. I'd say what's up. I had to do a lot of shit today. We'll see what this second period looks like. 6 minutes till it starts. Bruins down 1-0.
So I guess we don't have to trade Connor McDavid anymore. We're good. We're going to keep him around.
Just absolutely tucked it in the corner.
That's his first NHL goal of the season. Signed to Isaac Howard.
That ain't right.
His first goal of his NHL career.
He's out there with the right two.
It better be pink.
If he keeps finishing like that, he might find himself out there a little more often.
2-0 there. Devils are going to get on the board here. Jack Hughes. Look at this score.
If it's not pink, I'm going to be
5
pissed.
to play in the second. The Devils up in Toronto. Matthew Schaefer, guys, has a 6-game point streak now. Ties him with Sidney Crosby and Wayne Gretzky. Second longest point streak to begin a season by a player 18 or younger in the NHL behind only Alexander Daigle.
Isn't he in front of the net? He's a centerman, isn't he?
I think he's listed as defenseman.
Nice.
But, yeah.
Fast enough to go anywhere.
Unbelievable.
What up? What up?
And
he's all over the ice like Niedermeyer. He reminds me of Niedermeyer a little bit, the way he skates there. He's
Awesome.
up with the ice. He's forechecking, he's back checking. He's all over the ice. He's unbelievable young player.
Yep. Marchand, it's gone away now. Right now, it's a hockey game for the second period there.
It's a hockey game. Both teams need it. Both teams need it. I'd like to see a big push from Boston here.
Yeah.
All the emotions on the Florida side, right, with Marshy.
Yep.
Boston needs to take that back a little bit and have a good start.
I think Ray said it.
1-0 Panthers.
So we'll see if they can get on the board.
Second period starting in a few minutes.
Second period is next. This has been the Taco Bell First Intermission Report.
DQ sauced and tossed chicken strip basket comes in your choice of honey barbecue or new sweet chili, layered with flavor from the top, bottom, and everywhere in between.
I don't have a safe word. I'm built different. Safe words are for chickens. Don't be scared. Not a great first period for the Bruins. It's going to be a tough year. They looked really good starting out. First couple games, long road trip. I think they played 3 or 4 games in played 3 games in either 3 or 4 nights. Playing again tonight. Could be part of the reason. They better get used to it. It's a long fucking year full of that shit. Watch Marchand get a goal. Oh. Man, that fucking workout kicked my ass today. I am tired and sore.
Unforgettable night at TD Garden. Brad Marchand emotional as he returns with the Panthers to Boston, the place he called home for 16 years. And his Panthers have a 1-0 lead on the Bruins as we start the second. We welcome you back to TD Garden. Ray Ferraro, Mike Monaco with you, Emily Kaplan with us as well. Ray, what jumped out to you hockey-wise aside from Marchand in that first?
Well, that was a pretty big part of the story, wasn't it? He had a terrific first period, but I think as we look at a Bruins team that's going to struggle to score, and if the Panthers are going to win, they're going to defend a certain way. We saw a combination of how that really works. The Panthers really didn't allow much around the front of the net. They boxed out really well, and the Bruins are going to have to find a way inside of these Panthers deep. If a shot gets to Bobrovsky, they're going to have to.
I was like 15 minutes late because I woke up a few minutes late and had to get ready and shit. But it went good.
And again, guys in the studio were talking about both these teams on 4-game losing streaks. Panthers, meanwhile, had just one shot the final 10:37 of the first. Nico Mikkola cut that off behind the net of Sergei Bobrovsky, and the Panthers lob one out to center. Eventful start for Brad Marchand. First shot on goal 5 seconds in. Then 33 seconds in, he drew a penalty on Tanner Jeannot. And then at 1:01, assisted on the Mackie Samoskevich.
Now my blood pressure was perfect. Fucking got about 30 pounds left to lose, maybe a little less. I got to weigh myself tomorrow. Should be less than 30 now. I haven't lost weight in about 2 days, so that means probably tomorrow or the next day I'll be a couple pounds down. That's how it seems to work. We should be in the high 240s within the next 10 days tops if I keep doing what I got to do. I've been still doing all that. I walked almost 7 miles again today, at least a good 6.5. Right before the sun went down.
Featured upcoming games on the NHL schedule look like this. Coming up next, right here on ESPN, the Avs and the Mammoth, with Colorado off to a great start. Tomorrow night, TNT, Red Wings and Sabres. Thursday, ESPN Plus, the featured matchup, Blackhawks and Lightning at 6:45 Eastern. Saturday, matinee, NHL Network, the Avs and the Bruins.
Nate McKinnon hit the ground with a sprint, didn't he? Wow. The Avs are off to a great start. And how about Detroit? They lose their first one.
Boston wins the face-off.
Dylan Larkin is
can't get it out of their end. Oh, he got hit in the head. Puck caught him.
Elevated his play last year against Detroit.
I think he's okay.
Montreal off to good starts in the Atlantic. Petrie ahead toward Rodriguez. Middlestat shovels one through center. Boquist got it out to the wing and fired in by Florida. Around toward Rodriguez. The veteran peels back in the corner. Rodriguez shielding there from Jordan Harris.
Gotta get it out.
Hampus Lindholm for Boston tonight. With only 17 games last year, he's been bothered by a lower body injury this year, not related to the knee, suffered early this year.
Bunch of traffic wide.
Rising up, bounces down for
Go, you got numbers.
looking to outlet.
Go.
Across the line, Middlestat with a shot. And Bobrovsky gobbles it up and tries to locate in the first 2 minutes of the second.
At least he took a shot.
Really good stop for Bobrovsky, but Middlestat's had a couple of good moments here. His first game back after a healthy scratch in Utah. Arvidsson finds him up between.
Nice pass, good hustle.
And it almost looks like he's taking a look back at Balinskis. Does he have enough room to shoot the puck? He took that little quick shoulder check, take one stride, drive away, build some space, but he takes a good shot and tests Bobrovsky.
Panthers win the faceoff.
Middlestat's first
Oh
shot
boy.
in this game. Now on the move, Gadjevich lifts one high off the stick and out of play.
Keep letting him walk right in on Swayman.
Gadjevich, first period fight with VL, and now you're going to get into these next 10 minutes where the Panthers will want to just grind the game like they are, not give up much, and see if they can find another goal. The Bruins, I think the whole key for their game is can they exit against that Florida forecheck. If you can get out of there quick, now you can get your own forecheck going. Otherwise, you're just stuck in the mud.
Hey!
Greer scores, and it's 2-0 Panthers.
Okay, so that's the worst case scenario for the Bruins, is that they give up that second one. Middlestat had a chance maybe to get the Bruins on the board. Bobrovsky made the stop. This is off the draw. Greer is going to come off the boards and find this puck.
Fucking fighting with their own teammates for the puck. Come on.
You got to be a little more firm on this puck. It's Janot and Lorai that.
And Swayman gives one up near side. Jesus Christ.
Oh, but that's a good play by Gadjevich. If we get another look at that, Gadjevich is simply stronger than Lorai on the puck. He's leaning on his stick. Gadjevich
2-0 Panthers over the Bruins.
And Greer, the ex-Bruin, makes it 2-0.
This is the worst I've seen the Bruins play all year.
Gadjevich got his second of the season. He sees 6 last
Out of the 3 games, this is the 4th game I watched.
The Panthers scored to make it 1-0. 2:01 into the second, and off the face-off, Gadjevich plays a part for Greer.
And Gadjevich, we mentioned, had that first period fight. Now look at this little puck battle. It's right here. It's Gadjevich way stronger on his stick than Lorai. Lorai's going to just poke that puck into the middle of the ice. When you come into that position and you're a D-man, you got to lean on it to make sure you get it out of the danger zone. It doesn't even have to be a great play, but the puck gets turned over and
Ooh, Pasternak rebound. Sends it high.
Geeky missed the net after initially Sergei Bobrovsky had made the save. Elias Lindholm sails it down through center. Chances for the Bruins. The Middlestat opportunity that you said could have changed things, but A.J. Greer immediately made it 2-0 Florida. Harris Norris for the Bruins. Skates it up ice off the stick of Pasternak with Ekblad shadowing him. Anton Liddell hounded by Morgan Geekie. Wins the puck. Kept it in the circles.
Oh, nice pass. Come on, Pasta.
Circles out high. Pasta with it. Stick handling through
Nice
traffic
move.
against Gustav
Crossed
Forsling.
it up.
And taken
Now
away
it's a
by
2-on-1.
Hagee on the 2-on-1 with Marchand. Here's Marchand and off the skate of Nikita Zadorov.
I think most times Verhaeghe's going to shoot that puck. He looks up, sees it's Marchand, and he's going to try and jam that pass across.
On this of all nights. Around the boards.
Not one yet, Tiger. Not one has come back. That has talked snap.
Pasternak, a shot.
Off the post.
Back around for David Pasternak. Flips one. Viel.
Another one almost off the post. Nice save.
Check. Reinhardt frees it up. Lugged ahead through center. Ubis Falinskis gains the line. Verhaeghe stick handling. Turns it over.
Oh, it's a turnover. 3-on-2.
For Mark Castellan.
Lost the puck.
Castellan just outside the line. Flings it in. And Bobrovsky gets a piece of it around to Seth Jones.
Man, these guys stink.
4+ minutes gone by here in period number 2. The Panthers have added to their lead with Brad Marchand back in Boston.
Fucking icing. Or hit the net.
Pasternak had a real quiet first period. No shot attempts. He's going to get his first one and shot on goal here. Bobrovsky doesn't control the rebound. Man, that's a really good play by
Geekie should have put that
He
home.
lifted Lundell's stick and is able to get a rebound.
Lost his
And he
foot.
shovels it wide. 33 goals last year for Morgan Geekie. His previous high was 17. Comes close to another one right there.
A.J. Greer off the faceoff. Hacked that by Zadorov. And then Geekie cashed in 6 years, $33 million after the 33 tucks. Bruins freed it up in the corner.
Well, you better get scoring now.
Zadorov backs one off the glass right near the Panthers bench.
Another icing.
This one comes down for another icing whistle. Well, how amazing is this, Ray? The synergy of Brad Marchand returning to Boston for the first time as a visitor, 16 years to the day of his NHL debut in this building when he had some pretty good line mates, by the way.
Yeah, he's going to get a... Look at this goal here. Michael Ryder, really good player.
Michael Ryder, underrated.
Oh, here comes his centerman into the pile. Oh, yeah, that's Bergeron. They didn't exactly stick him with a couple of slugs there.
Saka trying to exit the zone for the Bruins, and McAvoy submarined right near the red line. Marchand said to us yesterday that when he showed up in Boston, I was a cocky little kid. He admitted that.
Well, in his first year-end meeting with the coaches, he told Claude Julien that he wanted to score 20 goals. They didn't even have him on the roster. And he came in and he got 20 goals. Never to leave.
Yeah, Peter Chiarelli was thinking, we take 10 from him. Marchand had other ideas. Pavel Saka off the careening puck, skates to it, jockeys with Ekblad trying to move it out net front. Gustav Forsling cut it off, and now Ekblad trying to dig it free. He gets checked by Victor Arvidsson. Panthers on the puck, they whip it out top of the circle, and Samoskevich goes cross ice, and it bounds down toward Forsling.
That's a perfect positional breakout for the Panthers. He made a couple of really quick 5-6 feet passes, and they're out of the zone, and you kill a forecheck.
Penalty drawn here, and we've got a hooking call coming up.
Oh, it's Marchand.
He's been involved with a little bit of everything so far.
Boston's going to get a power play. 14-20 to go in the second. 2-0 Florida. They're cheering him. I hate watching him in another uniform.
There's the stick into the hands of Middlestat. So the Panthers protecting a 2-goal lead, and the Bruins, their power play, will get their second crack at it tonight. No matter how they set up, that puck they want that puck to get into the hands of Pasternak to create.
Again, last year for the Bruins, it was the 4th worst power play in the NHL.
I want that job.
Tonight,
That's the easiest job in the world.
For the season.
Let the guy out of the penalty box.
4 goals this year, and you see 2 on the power play. Face off one back to Charlie McAvoy.
Come on, we need a goal.
Far side for Morgan Geekie. McAvoy moved it for Pasternak.
Nice pass. There you go.
Down low, it's Lindholm.
Come on, Lindholm.
Trying to get him. Pasternak into the circle. Still with it off the right skate of Mikkola. Into the corner. Zacha steps in with support as Seth Jones had vandalized Lindholm.
Move it.
Zacha pivots back toward Lindholm. Harassed in the corner. Seth Jones fishing it back.
There you go. Horrible pass.
From McAvoy.
McAvoy out of position.
D with Pasternak. Out high, it's Morgan Geekie. Pasternak on the back pedal. And now Geekie. Out high.
I want that job.
Zacha with space. McAvoy punts. Shadowed out high.
Gonna take a shot or what?
To McAvoy. Seam for Pasternak.
Oh, in front. Nobody home.
Pavel Zacha, but Mikkola got in the way.
All that pressure, no shots on goal for the Bruins as they're trying to pass it into the net. It gets harder than
Ugly
you would
hockey.
think. The Panthers do a really good job of manning up, fronting up to the shots. But you have to release a puck once in a while.
Oh my God! Now he's offsides because he can't handle a 2-foot pass.
On the entry with 51 seconds remaining.
So we'll get a look at that first Bruins power play. First of all,
I feel like I'm
Geekie does
watching
a
the
terrific job
Patriots
to
last
create
year on ice
this
skate.
chance to let it develop as Pasternak wants to go across to Pavel Zacha, who's on the left side of Bobrovsky. That's Mikkola with his stick down. He turns. Really good awareness of where the trouble was behind him.
Come on, 50 seconds on the power play. Let's go.
Mikkola in the lineup. Remember, he left the last game for
He coughed it up again.
Saturday in Buffalo, second period.
Yep.
An upper body injury, but Paul Maurice said by Sunday, the 6'6" defenseman was good to go. And there's just 30 seconds remaining on this Bruins power play.
This
Look
is
up.
one of those Panthers they signed to a long extension.
Pass the puck. Not to them.
Intercepted by Anton
Jeepers,
Littell.
bro. Stop booing these
Nevertheless,
fucks.
he flings it in
That's
towards
terrible.
You've been bouncing around to other sports tonight and flipping around. We welcome you here to TD Garden. Mike Monaco, Ray Ferraro, Emily Kaplan with you. Florida Panthers.
Power play's over in 2 seconds.
Panthers up 2-0 in Boston.
There you go. Stolen.
Turnover with Marchand out of the box, and Asimov swats it back. Up to the right of Bobrovsky and scooped up by Evan Rodriguez and skated out of the zone. Flings it in, trying to top it up with Marchand. Cracks to the corner there.
Wow, good hustle by Marchand.
Fished out of there by Jesper Boquist, trying to cycle with Rodriguez. Physical play from Harris, and the Bruins toss to center. Petrie out of the reach of Rodriguez, and Harris back on it. Under pressure from Samaskanich on a forecheck, and a check in the corner by Jesper Boquist.
It's a fucking joke.
Carried ahead by Sean Corral.
I hate it being called that.
At the blue line.
I still call it the gun.
Petrie jockeying with Corrali. Petrie trying to drag through on McAvoy. Bennett collects. Good strip by the
There you
Bruins
go.
and Kastelik. And ring blind for Sean Corrali.
Can we hold the puck for more than 2 seconds?
McAvoy got it around into the corner, and then Asimov went down against
Lost it again in our own end.
Pitch back in behind. Asimov lost the helmet, heads out to the Bruins bench, and the puck comes down toward Bobrovsky. But inside of 11 to go.
The NHL app is your place to get every highlight from every game. Off the ice player content you won't find anywhere else. The most NHL Edge advanced stats and ways to catch up on the game how you want, when you want. Hockey is better on the NHL app.
Great for the fans in this building, and for everyone watching who's maybe just joining, how would you describe the emotion so far in this one?
Early on, it was Brad Marchand, first, second, and third. I mean, all over the game. Drawn penalty, an assist on the power play goal, a wonderful tribute from the Bruins that brought Marchand to tears. And other than that, it's been a checkathon with just not much room out there. The Panthers have what seems like a huge 2-goal lead right now.
Got it cut off in behind.
Oh, they turned it over in their own end again.
Their zone. One of the keys that you mentioned for them today. The puck comes back into the corner.
Come on, McAvoy, wake up.
McAvoy.
If you don't exit with the puck on your stick like that, so much of the game's on the boards where the Panthers excel.
Pasternak.
To the high slot, drop towards the door.
Shoot it.
Again, trying to lift it. Short side on Bobrovsky. Energy Martineau gets it back to the line for Mason Laura.
Shoot it, shoot it.
Pika drive.
Nice save.
Made by Bobrovsky.
All that out of a
Shoot him,
breakout pass for the Bruins. They force Bobrovsky into
Right,
a couple of saves, but he's got a 2-goal lead. A.J. Greer beats Jeremy Swayman, surprises him off the faceoff. A loose puck. Greer makes it 2-0 Panthers.
Rockets lead Oklahoma City 57-51 at the half in basketball. Opening night in basketball tonight. Golden State and Lakers on at 10. What up, Joey? Pats are looking okay. Got to win the next few games. I'll feel much better. They got an easy schedule. They shouldn't fuck this up, but they're still young. And they got a bunch of home games coming up. I think they got the Browns, the Falcons. They got some teams they should be able to beat. Pats better play good because I don't think you're going to get much out of the Celtics this year without Tatum, and I think it's going to be a rough year for the Bruins. I think it will be better than last year, but they're going to have some tough times. They are super, super young. Super, super young.
Will always be a Bruin at heart, but he plays like a can't use it. He plays real hard. Let's just say that.
How would you describe his night so far?
It's been good. Guys will stop talking on the bench. All fired up.
Thank you, Paul.
Marchand just tied up Morgan Geekie on a one-time bid near the slot. Where the Panthers up by 2 on the Bruins past the middle.
There you go. Stolen right back by Jones.
It was going to be a term of endearment from Paul Maurice right there, Red.
Yes, there was.
No.
Sometimes second thought's the best thing.
Time of possession must be way in the Panthers' favor tonight.
You know, one of the things as you get older and why older players excel on good teams is because you're not trying to carry the mail anymore. You just do your job. For Marchand, when he came into Florida, they didn't need him per se on their top 2 lines. So Paul Maurice put him with Anton Lundell and Eto Luostarinen, and 2 really good defensive-minded, defense-first players. Lundell's got some more offense than Luostarinen, but that line just gelled, and all of a sudden it became a really effective line. But he didn't have to be on the first power play. He didn't have to play 20 minutes a night, and it gives you a chance to be what you are at that stage of your career. It's been a perfect
Fuckers
fit.
can't even complete a pass 5 feet from each other.
This one comes down for icing, and we check in with Arda O'Cal.
Mike, thank you very much. Let's go to the Penguins hosting the Vancouver Canucks. It's Brad Marchand's fellow Nova Scotian, Sidney Crosby, skates into the high slot and will score. Beats Kevin Lankinen for his 4th of the year. Made it 3-1. It's 4-1 after 2, Mike.
Yeah, from Nova Scotia, but still has his home in Boston. Plans to live here permanently when his playing days are done. Spent many years while he was playing for the Bruins. Living right near here in the North End. Loves Charlestown as well.
There you go. No penalty. Should be. Pass it.
Kastelik with a shot and a save made by Bobrovsky.
And Mikola got
Guy
caught
coming right
halfway
down the middle.
between
Don't pass it
jumping
to
into the
him.
play and maybe making a decision to slide back towards his own goal. And
Florida 77, 2 minutes for a trip.
Another Bruins power play.
you do whatever you can to deny the scoring chance. Mikola
goes to the penalty box.
He will sit after this on Sean Corrali at the line for tripping. And the Bruins going back to the power play in game one of our doubleheader on this ESPN Hockey Night. We will send you out to Salt Lake City. Clayton Keller and the Mammoth against Cale Makar and the Avalanche still to come here on ESPN.
They got hockey all night on ESPN tonight.
Richard is eating.
Bruins down 2-0. Gonna have a power play after the commercial. No, I don't think they make the Super Bowl this year. I'm not even making a prediction right now. The NFL's too fucked up. Still don't know who a lot of teams are. I still don't think the Patriots. I think they have improved a lot. I'm not as crazy as everyone else is right now. I like what I see, but they got to show me over the rest of the season. Yeah, that's why I don't bet a lot. That's why I don't bet very often. If I do, it's very, very small money. Very small. Always under 100 pretty much. And even then, it's usually $20 max. If there's something I think I can hit on with the underdog, I'll go for it, but they make that shit so easy. You can get caught up in a fucking situation really quick. Right away, Panthers win a face-off. There goes 10 seconds off the Boston power play.
This season is 10th best in the NHL. It was 10th best in the NHL last year. First 20 seconds gone by with Nico Mikkola in the box for Florida. Puck sent around in the direction of Luke Cunnin out there on the kill for Florida. Scooped up by McAvoy, ushered on for Pasternak, and now Geekie. Chip for Pasternak. Broken up by Aaron Ekblad, darting in on Pasta. To the line, Saka slings it wide at Geekie. Recovers it off the board.
Pass the puck.
Saka.
There you go. Now get it to Pasternak. He's all alone.
Geekie tried to tuck one for Elias Lindholm. Next one past Saka. Around the boards toward Pasternak, who goes crashing in. Freed it up for Geekie.
Move the puck.
McAvoy to Keith. Lindholm on the back pedal. Here is McAvoy. Off for Geekie. Geekie looking through the seam for Lindholm. Hopped off the stick of Cunnin. Pasternak for Lindholm. In the circle.
Not really.
Pasternak moving in.
Oh, I hit the post.
Off the shoulder of Sergei Bobrovsky. Lindholm gets to it out high. Still 42 seconds remaining on another man advantage. Centered for Saka.
Can't keep it in.
Neutral ice.
Now you got the Panthers, all four of them have been on the ice for the entirety of this kill. If
Come on,
you watch the
McAvoy.
attack here, you've got tired penalties.
You're going to let him change, you fucking
Just
idiot.
gave him a freebie, and the Panthers get two forwards on the ice.
Yeah, the Bruins change. They turned it over. And here's Brad Marchand. Short-handed. Passed it off for Littell. With Marchand fishing at the rebound.
Nice save by Swayman.
And Brad Marchand nearly had another moment back in Boston.
Great stop by Swayman as the Bruins gummed up the change, and the Panthers got two fresh forwards on. They
Not really, Joey.
Arvidsson slithers in.
Powerball.
Toward
That's about it.
Middlestat. Penalties over. Mikkola out of the box. And the Bruins are 0 for 3 on the power play. One shot on that man advantage for Boston.
Oh, Mega Mill. I'll play them
Swayman
sometime.
from Lorai in tight quarters up toward the blue line. With Jones leaning on Castellan.
Get it out.
Cut through. Bennett. That one knocked down by Castellan. Taps it out for Arvidsson, who spins one aerially to center.
Boston 0 for 3 on the power play tonight.
Malinskis jockeys with Castellan, fighting here without his stick into the corner. Puck pops out top of the circle, lugged ahead by Reinhart, drop for Bennett. Backhand feed for Reinhart in over the line, centering toward the back door. And Sam Bennett was cut off there by Nikita Zadorov. Skates it out past for Hagee.
There you go.
6 to go in the second. Panthers by 2. Zadorov tried to center.
Nobody home.
He's collected by Bennett. Poke check blocked there by DL, and then pitched out by Petrie.
Come on, Boston.
Esimon applies pressure. Oakland's trying to turn
There you
one
go.
on. He turned it over.
Give it up.
Esimon tried to center, got broken up as Petrie went down to the ice. Back to the line. McAvoy got a tip on its way in through the slot. Harris fights for it, trying to nudge it
Keep
back
it in.
toward the line. Janot has to reset through center, and the Panthers unrelenting here. Esimon was calling for it, moving in with a shot.
Nice save, Bobrovsky.
From Bobrovsky, cut off by Janot. Tanner Janot skates it in behind.
Come on, need one.
Out there by Rodriguez. Esimon trying to tuck it home, and no goal. The whistles blew along the left post of Sergei Bobrovsky.
So they're going to say the whistle blew before the puck went in the net.
Now, this is going to be a pretty easy one for the officials.
Oh, we got a fight.
Scrum ensues around
Got two.
the Panthers' net.
Got three.
All 10 players jammed up around the goal crease. Pasternak wants to score on the short side power play. He hits Bobrovsky in the mask. Doesn't miss by much. Same penalty. Marchand jumps out of the box. He's going to find Lundell. This is a great stop by Swayman. And the no-goal call on the ice as Esimon shoves Bobrovsky out of the way. It'll stay 2-0 Florida.
I'm a sailor peg, and I lost my leg. Fucking Bruins are done. They better get a goal here in this period or they're fucking cooked. Look like they're starting to wake up a little, but not really good to fucking wake up. 5 minutes to go in the second period. Florida just beats them to every puck. They're doing a better job with controlling the puck. We'll see what the rest of the second period looks like. And we'll see if we do the third or I call it a night. Yeah, they got a lot of guys hurt right now, but if they get healthy for the playoffs and they get in, they could certainly win again. They didn't lose anybody. They spent a ton of money keeping everyone in the offseason pretty much. They didn't lose anybody, I don't think. They don't even got Kachuk playing tonight and 3 of their other best players.
Puts into the net in the first period, and then when Gadjevich is stronger on his stick than Janot and Loride, the puck's sitting right there, but Gadjevich leans on it, frees it up for A.J. Greer, who beats Jeremy Swayman over the shoulders.
I lived all over the East Coast.
It does indeed stay that way. Panthers have struggled with goal scoring mightily, of course, without Matthew Tkachuk, without Sasha Barkov, who suffered those
Mostly New England, New Jersey.
Practice in camp. Swayman kicks one out through the high slot. The Panthers still jacking for it. Mikola spins one around. Rebound popped out for Liddell. Here's Marchand below the goal line, eluding the referee in deep. Puck to the right of the net, and Swayman makes the stop on Liddell. Kiki in over the line, got it from Pasternak. He shovels in. Bobrovsky kicks it out. Marchand settles it down. Outlets for Los Torines. Pasternak broke it up. Stretch pass up ahead, and Zadorov could not connect with Elias Lindholm.
Thing was bouncing like a tennis ball when it went over.
What up, Coyote?
Stick at the far blue line.
Toki Harju broke it up for Rodriguez, who took it back and then tried to go cross-border. And the whistle stops play. Let's check in with our rules expert, former NHL referee Dave Jackson, on Mikey Esimon banging at the left post there of Sergei Bobrovsky, Jax.
Mike,
Mike, I think that was the right call. The puck was frozen. They banged at it. They pushed the goaler's pad across the goal line, knocked the puck loose. The team scoring can always challenge that. They can challenge the no goal, and we think it's a goal. But I believe they would have lost the challenge. I think they made a good decision not to challenge that. You can't push the goaltender across the goal line and then knock the puck in after that.
They haven't helped them much.
In my opinion, that's the right call.
And the Bruins took a quick little conference at the bench and just as quickly decided not to challenge that.
Ray, you know how this works. When Jax wears one of his real good suits, we got to find a way to get him some airtime. Nonetheless, I mean, those are just the rules.
Okay, now hang on here. Are you critiquing his suits?
I'm telling him it was a good suit.
Mike, are you?
You disagree?
No, I think it's...
You got a nice jacket there.
Now, no, what I'm saying is, should you be critiquing?
We had
a discussion about this on the way in, did we not?
Look, if Brad Marchand's going to wear a three-piece suit,
yeah, but
I feel like I was appropriate in wearing a three-piece suit, even if mine was off the rack.
Yes, this is a nice one. There's a difference.
Yeah, maybe a little difference in cost.
What was the color?
Bruins are out shooting Florida 14-13. They just haven't been great shots.
Sure. Nothing more. Fired in by Gustav Forsling, approaching 3.5 to go, and that's
They've had a couple Barkov had to work for, but
along the wall, retrieved by Sam Bennett, tries to spin one down, cut off by Zadorov in front of
look up, you got numbers.
Center, just down to the reach of Kastelik.
Swing it over. Oh, almost. Right idea.
This line's been pretty good for them here. A couple of chances. Viel almost gets to the rebound there. Kastelik had a breakaway in the first period.
Come on, we need a goal. Nice puck handling. Bogrovsky. Oh, another rebound we can't finish. Puck got hit off the mounts.
The net comes off its moorings with 2:58 to go in the second.
Pretty good chances here for the Bruins the last couple of minutes. Zadorov, who's been really active in this second period, is going to break out of the zone. You see Viel's on the bottom of the screen. He just goes straight to the net, and that loose puck is sitting there. It just pops over his stick as Kastelik gets the shot.
Haven't got a bounce tonight either.
Of Bobrovsky. It hits Viel, and if there's a little bit of puck luck, that thing goes into the net. There's Arvidsson's shot, and it rattles around through the pads of Bobrovsky. So two close chances for the Bruins as they try to get on the board.